And
Okay.
I'll let you know when it's ready.
All right. One, two, three, four.
Okay, that's it.
You
Ready.
ready?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm gonna see if I can share my screen. And you all let me know if you can see it. Are you able to see it yet?
Yes, we see it.
Awesome. All right, let me move this out the way. Awesome, awesome. Okay, so good afternoon, Cleveland Avenue community. Thank you again for joining us this afternoon for our first Go Team meeting. This is the organizational meeting that will be used in order to get the ball rolling for the upcoming school year. I have shared the agenda with everyone and through email as well as posted it on the website, but I will also project it again. Let's see, there you go. All right. So again, we will follow the agenda as it has been emailed to you and also publicly noted. So I'm pleased to call this meeting of the Cleveland Avenue Go Team to order at 5:07. I will act in the capacity of the interim Go Team chair for this meeting. So you all bear with me. This is my first time doing a Go Team meeting, so please have grace. The first order of business is to appoint an interim secretary and call roll. Ms. Emanuel will serve as the interim secretary for this meeting. Our official secretary for the 25-26 school year will be elected during this meeting. The interim secretary will now take the roll.
All right. We're going to begin with Dr. Jackson,
So I'm here, present.
Dr. Rory Real,
Present.
Miss Brittany White,
Present.
Miss Bree Darden, okay, Miss Donna Jenkins,
Present.
Miss Kylie Davis, I saw her there, right? Yes. Is it my internet that's going a little laggy? No.
No, mine is fine.
Okay. Okay, I see her there. She may be breaking up. Um, and I have a Leslie Childs.
That's me. I'm Campbell.
Oh,
Present.
perfect. Campbell, I got you. And I'm gonna change it on my end. We
Would you like us to go by Charles or Campbell?
Campbell.
Okay, awesome. Thanks.
Thank you.
okay. And that's all of the active Go Team members.
Okay, so this team will only be able to take official action if we have a quorum present. Ms. Emanuel, is there a quorum present right now?
Yes.
Awesome. All right, let's move forward. Moving forward with the agenda, again, the first order of business is to approve the agenda. This was provided to you and is also projected on the screen. May I have a motion at this time to approve the agenda?
I motion to approve the agenda for today's Go Team meeting.
Is there a second?
I, Donna Jenkins, second the motion.
Great. We will now move to fill in the open community seat. This person will serve on the Go Team for a full 2-year term. At this time, I would like to nominate Miss Leslie. It's not Childs, so please, let's make that correction. It's Campbell to fill the open community member seat. Does anyone have any comments or discussion about this nominee? Okay, we will now proceed to vote on the nomination of Ms. Leslie Campbell for the community member seat. All in favor, please say aye or raise your hand.
Aye.
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 All opposed, please say nay or raise your hand. All right, do we have anyone that abstains? All right, so we do have a congratulations for Ms. Leslie Campbell, who will serve in the Go Teams community member seat for the 25 through 27 term. Thank you so much for your support. We will now move to fill the open swing seat. This person will serve on the Go Team for a full 2-year term. Nominations for the swing seat member may be made by any Go Team member. Does anyone have a nomination for the swing seat? Okay, I nominate Ms. Jasmine Emanuel to fill the open swing seat. Let's proceed with the voting to fill the swing seat. Before we begin the voting, does anyone have any additional comments or any comments to discuss about the nominee? We can proceed now to vote on the nomination of Ms. Jasmine Emanuel for the swing seat member. All in favor, please say aye or raise your hand.
Aye.
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 All opposed, please say nay or raise your hand. Is there anyone that abstains? Okay, congratulations, Ms. Jasmine Emanuel. You will serve in the Go Teams swing seat for the 25 through 27 school year. Thank you so much for your support. Moving on with the agenda, we will review and approve the meeting minutes from the last meeting. I believe the meeting took place in May of 2025. The minutes have been provided. Are there any corrections to the minutes? May I have a motion to approve the previous meeting's minutes?
I, Donna Jenkins, make a motion to approve the previous meeting minutes.
Do we have a second?
I second the motion to approve the meeting minutes.
All in favor, please say aye or raise your hand.
Aye.
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 All opposed, please say nay or raise your hand. Is there anyone who abstains? Okay. We will now move to electing the Go Team officers and representatives. Before we begin the nominations, I'd like to remind the Go Team of the following. The nominations do not have to be seconded. A member may nominate themselves. A member may nominate more than one person for any position. A member may decline a nomination during the nomination process. Members may not serve more than 2 consecutive terms or 2 years in the same officer position at the same school. Nominees do not have to leave the room during the nomination period or when a vote is taken. If there is more than one nominee per elected office, each nominee will be offered an opportunity to share why they should be elected to the seat. The newly elected officers will assume their position starting at the conclusion of this meeting and serve until June 30th. All voting members have only 1 vote per seat. First, we will elect the Go Team's chair. As a reminder, the responsibilities of the chair include, but are not limited to, leading the Go Team meetings, working with the principal and Go Team to develop the meeting agendas, ensuring every Go Team member has an opportunity to be heard, and monitoring team compliance. I will now open the floor to receive chair nominations.
I nominate Donna Jenkins. This is
Um,
my first
I
time meeting, but she seems so knowledgeable.
no, I Donna Jenkins declined. I have something else on my mind, but I do nominate, and I hate to say this, Miss Emanuel did a great job. I think like she was a secretary, I think, or so I am
Okay.
nominating Miss Emanuel. But thank you.
Okay.
I hear you, Miss Jenkins.
Are there any further nominations? All right, if there are no further nominations, I will close the floor and we will begin the confirmation process. We have one person being considered for the chair seat. The nomination for the chair seat is Ms. Jasmine Emanuel. At this time, I will offer this chair nominee an opportunity to explain why they are the best person for this candidate position. At this time, the floor is open.
Well, hello everyone. I think becoming the Go Team chair would be nice for me. This will be my second term on the Go Team, and so I think I become very knowledgeable of the Go Team process being the secretary last year. So I think being the chair this year would be nice.
Since you are the only sole candidate nominee, congratulations, Ms. Emanuel. You will serve as the Go Team chair for this school year. Now we will elect the Go Team's vice chair. As a reminder, the responsibility of the vice chair includes, but are not limited to, ensuring the Go Team follows parliamentary procedure, working with the principal and chair to develop meeting agendas, acting as the chair if the chair is not present. I will now open the floor to receive vice chair nominations. Come on, team.
I nominate Dr. Real.
Yes, I second the nomination.
I will try. I have my gifted endorsement, so I accept.
Since there are no further nominations, I will close the floor. We will begin the confirmation process. We only have one person being considered for the vice chair seat, and that person is Dr. Real. Dr. Real, if you would like to speak to share why you would be a great person for this position.
I am familiar with the meeting agenda and the way that the meetings work, and also I feel like working with Miss Emanuel would be a very good opportunity, as well as just learning more about the Go Team procedures and operations.
Okay. Since you are the sole candidate nominee for this position, congratulations, Dr. Real. You will serve as the Go Team vice chair for this school year. We will now elect the Go Team secretary. As a reminder, the responsibilities of the secretary include, but are not limited to, posting Go Team documents, which are agendas, summaries, and minutes, to the website, taking minutes at Go Team meetings, and ensuring the Go Team is in compliance with Georgia open meeting laws. I will now open the floor to receive secretary nominations.
I nominate Brittany White.
Are there any further nominations? Since there are no further nominations, I will close the floor and we will begin the confirmation process. We only have one person considered for the secretary seat, and that nominee is Miss Brittany White. Miss White, would you like to share why you would be a great candidate for this role? Miss White? Is she still there, Miss Emmanuel? I can't see all of the participants.
I think she got cut off.
Yes.
Is she there?
Oh, well, no, now she's not. Or yes, yes. There's two Miss Whites. I'll ask to unmute.
Miss White, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. My laptop died and I cannot find my charger. I might have left it in the building, but I'm
Okay.
back on another.
Were you still on when you were nominated?
I wasn't, but I'll take it for secretary.
Yes, ma'am.
That's fine.
Okay. I just want to make sure you were aware.
Yes, it's okay. I'll be the
Okay,
secretary.
awesome. Since you are the sole nominee for this secretary position, I'm going to go ahead and move forward and say congratulations to you, Ms. White. You will serve as the Go Team Secretary for this school year. Now we will elect the Go Team's cluster representative. The cluster representative may also hold an officer position. As a reminder, the responsibilities of the cluster representative include, but are not limited to, attending all cluster advisory team meetings, which are approximately 3, and reporting back to the Go Team on the CAT meetings. I will now open the floor to receive cluster representative nominations.
I will nominate myself, Kylie Davis. I can do that. You said 3 meetings.
I also nominate myself for cluster representative.
Oh, you can be it, Miss Jennings. I was just trying to be like proactive and do something. You go
Sure
ahead.
appreciate you.
Yes, yes. I second Miss Jenkins.
So are you declining, Miss Kylie?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
gonna decline.
Okay. Ms. Davis, that's who it is, Ms. Davis, not Miss Kylie.
That was her other thing she
Yeah.
had in mind.
So since there are no further nominations, I will close the floor and we will begin the confirmation process. We have one person being considered for the cluster representative seat, and that is Ms. Jenkins. So let's go ahead and offer this cluster representative seat to her and say congratulations to you for serving in this role. I do appreciate you so much, as always. You will now serve as the cluster representative for this school year.
Thank you.
All right, come on, computer. We will now move to our next item of business in reviewing and updating or confirming our Go Team's public comment protocol. The public comment opportunities are available for Go Teams to hear from interested members of the community. From Section 3.4 of the Go Team Handbook, opportunities for public comment shall be provided at least 4 times in a school year and noted on the Go Team's webpage and meeting agenda. Go Team members will not provide responses or engage in direct conversation during public comment. Each Go Team will determine a consistent method for receiving public comments and for parents and other citizens to sign up to address the team. At least 20 minutes of time will be allotted for the public to make comments at meetings where public comment is permitted. And the public will receive at least 2 business days notice of the public comment protocol. Please take a moment to review our current public comment protocol and information. After you review, please let me know if there are any recommendations for updates or changes to our public comment protocol.
And I placed that in the chat for everyone to review. Did you ask for any changes? I just want to clarify.
So yeah, the team can leave as is, or they could be recommendations for updates or changes.
Okay, I would like to recommend to update the protocol. The previous protocol was that people who wish to comment, they had to sign up by 12 o'clock p.m. on the meeting day. I would like to suggest that we just leave it open to whoever would like to speak on that day and just set a timer for people to speak. And each person receives maybe 2 minutes to have that 20 minutes of allotted time filled up. But I feel like cutting them off at 12 p.m. on the meeting day that we said before, um, I think it cut some people off. And then I'm not sure if we were able to follow that with fidelity last time. So I think we should just cut it out altogether.
I do have a question. This is Ms. Jenkins. In the case where there are a lot of people wanting to speak at the meeting, how do we manage the order of who speaks and or just ensuring that all present attendees are able to speak? I know I don't recall being in a situation where we had so many people trying to speak at a meeting, but just in, worst case scenario, if we do have a lot of people, how do you manage and I guess we can consider that if we do leave it open. But I agree 12 was way too early.
Yes, and that's a good point. I'm not really sure. Does anyone have a suggestion on how we can manage the order of who speaks when during public comment?
When they sign up on Sign Up Genius, it says it gives you an order, right? Like who signed up first and all the rest.
Yep, because before it had time slots. But what if, I know before we didn't really have anyone sign up, and so they just came in to the meeting. And so what do we do in the instance of someone not signing up, but they're preparing to speak? Do we just cut them off or?
I think that we should still adhere to the sign up process, but maybe it be like 4:59 or something like that. And then if we have time, then whoever didn't sign up can also speak.
Or if we put a clause, given a certain amount of time, I know we have to have at least 20 minutes. And so it's like, we'll definitely hear the first, that's 10, with the possibility of more. I don't know. But I'd like Dr. Real's suggestion as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that too. So adjusting the cutoff time to like right before the meeting, 4:59. And then if anyone else would like to comment after the people who signed up, then we'll just have the rest of the time for those people.
Okay. Are we at the point where we're deciding that this is the meeting time, or is that just whatever the meeting time is, whatever we establish it to be? And I just
But
like it's
there is a slide for the meeting dates, and we
okay.
can discuss time too at
Okay.
that particular slide too.
Okay, perfect.
I have a quick question. Do we have like in a meeting, do we have do we have a clock large enough for the attendees to see a 2-minute timer? And then and so it's for, if you sign up, you adhere to the sign up process, have a timer there, and we keep it, and keep it to the 20 minutes and actually let the person see, like, here you go. Here's your time. Now fill that space. If not, you didn't sign up and we don't have any more time. Does it work like that?
feel like we can do that, like maybe project a timer. Somebody can share the screen and we can project a timer during that public comment
Mm-hmm.
part of the meeting. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I like that too.
Did I hear someone say 2 minute timer, like 2 minute stop point for each person that would like to speak?
Yes, I think we'll keep the 2 minutes, but we have at least 20 minutes. So we'll have whatever total time running as well.
Mm-hmm.
And whoever speaks will identify when they're approaching 2 minutes. Because I don't know about the ability to run two timers.
Right,
And is
like
it,
maybe project the 20-minute timer and then maybe on our
yeah,
phones individually have the 2-minute timer and let them know when that time is up.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah. And you said Sign Up Genius is the method for public signing up to speak?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So, Ms. Emmanuel, can you just review the suggestions made so that we can take a motion to adopt the comment protocol?
Yes. So looking at the old public comment protocol, we suggested changing the sign up from being at 12 o'clock p.m. cutoff on the meeting day to right before the meeting time. So for example, today's meeting was at 5 o'clock, adjust to 4:59 p.m. if we are meeting at 5 o'clock on the meeting days. We also suggested that we adjust the way the time is kept to projecting a 20-minute timer while another person tracks the 2 minute speaking for each person. And then we also suggested if individuals did not sign up through Sign Up Genius, that they will have a chance to speak after those people who signed up. It's where the changes to our public comment protocol.
Thank you so much. Can we, may I have a motion to adopt this public comment protocol?
I do have one more question. I'm sorry, this is Miss Jenkins. Last year, whoever managed the sign up genius, I'm sorry, process, do you feel like 1 minute is enough time to know, like to transfer the information? I don't know if you had the list and then we kind of knew who was speaking. Like we're talking about stopping at 1 minute before the meeting time. So if we're starting a meeting and we may mention how many people have signed up, do we have enough time to guarantee, say technical issues to have the list prepared before we start a meeting approximately 1 minute later? So that was just my only area of concern.
That's a good question.
Yep, that's a good question. I was one of the admins of the Sign Up Genius, and it did go automatically to my email when someone signs up. But like you said, if there is a technical issue that day, whether Wi-Fi is messing up or something stops me from getting that email, um, I do suggest maybe 30 minutes before.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Agreed.
And I guess, that's good because I guess if we're keeping it in mind that we have to post it at least 2 business days. So there's time, so if you're waiting to the very last minute, I think 4:30 is a good cutoff time. Okay, so at this time, can I have a motion to adopt the public comment protocol?
I motion to adopt.
Is there a second?
I second.
All in favor, please say aye or raise your hand.
Aye.
Aye.
Hi.
Aye.
All opposed, please say nay or raise your hand. Is there anyone who abstains? Okay, Ms. Emanuel will take note of the changes, suggested changes to the public comment protocol format, and we will utilize that moving forward. So adhering to the agenda, we will now discuss our meeting calendar for this school year. As a reminder, our GO team is required to have at least 6 business meetings this school year. This meeting plus 6 more. 4 of the meetings must permit time for public comment. Meetings cannot be held during the instructional school day. Meetings must be live streamed and recorded, and meeting locations for hybrid meetings must be places which can accommodate the public. And it cannot be like a conference room. I guess that's not considered to be large enough. So it has to be large enough to accommodate the public. May I have suggestions or recommendations for meeting dates and times? I did have some considerations on the next slide of possible meeting dates to kind of get us thinking with some foundation so that we're not spending a lot of time throwing out dates. I compared it to our school calendar as well as a district calendar just to kind of think through what might be going on during those times, but definitely feel free to choose other dates. I just gave us a good starting point. So I will project those, and we'll keep in mind some of the other action items within the GO team that must take place during certain times of the year. So what you'll see is the meetings at a glance on the left, which were just like suggested times that we focus on certain items, and then the suggested dates on the right that we can consider as meeting dates. And like Ms. Jenkins said, I didn't include time, so that's something that we could talk about as well.
Is this also checked with the cluster rep meetings? Because I know, I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead. Go ahead.
I was saying I was cluster rep last year, and I knew that I couldn't make most of the meetings because we met on Wednesday, I think it was, and the cluster rep meetings were on Wednesday. So I wasn't able to make it because I was in our meeting.
Right, that's a good point. I wasn't provided the cluster dates yet. So that's a really good question. I don't know if they've been created as of now. We haven't been provided those. I tried to keep it on Wednesdays except for that first Thursday because that was a principal's meeting was on that Wednesday in September. But I was trying to keep it around Wednesday considering that the staff meetings are on Tuesdays and Thursdays, for Cleveland. So I was trying to consider an alternate day so that it wouldn't be so much on people for Tuesdays and Thursdays. But I can reach out to our cluster soup in the morning and see
Hey,
about
this
those.
is Chandra. This is Chandra from the Go Team office. So the cluster advisory meeting dates, they haven't been set yet. Long story short, if you all can set your calendar, and then whoever the cluster rep is, when that first initial kickoff meeting takes place, you'll have that for consideration when the cluster advisory team establishes their meeting calendar.
Thank you, Ms. Gibson.
Understood. I like the dates. And then what was suggested when we get the meeting, if we need to modify, I would like to be present at both the cluster meetings as well as our meetings.
Okay. Keeping with the theme of the business meetings, just keep in mind that the times were set up to align with the budget process, which occurs in late January to early February, and then the second in early to mid-February for draft budget presentations and feedback, and then the third in early March. So those were some of the things that I tried to keep in line with, considering the business focal points so that we can make sure we align with some of the action items that might need to take place during those meetings. So is everyone okay with the particular meetings being identified for public comment? Because we can determine which meeting we would allocate time for public comment. We can change those around if needed. As a reminder, we must allow for 4 meetings to take place to allow public comment.
I think what we're facing is the problem with these cluster meetings. I don't know much about this process, so let me ask this. Um, in this process, could we set our next meeting and then vote on this contingent upon, and keeping in mind with what you're saying about the budget and stuff? I think some of this stuff is like is almost set in stone, in the sense that as a principal, you know a lot about the schedule of the school, the schedule of the principals, and also the overall, school system. So I know some of this stuff is kind of like almost, hey, we got to do it on this date. But is it possible that we can stay this vote until the next meeting once our actual cluster has determined their dates? That's the end of the question.
This is Chandra from the Go Team office. I recommend you guys go ahead and vote on your school calendar, because the Go Team's calendar is most pressing. And then, like I said, when you get to the cluster advisory team meetings, then it's better for you to have the school meeting dates already locked in, so that the cluster advisory team can plan around the school calendar dates. Because there are only 3 cluster advisory team meetings anyway. So, it's less meetings or less dates to coordinate. You see what I'm saying? So it'll be easier to just go ahead and put the school dates down and then worry about the cluster piece later.
Are there any more suggestions related to the dates, and then also the dates for which we want to include public comment? And then Ms. Jenkins brought up revisiting the time. Ms. Jenkins, did you have a suggestion for the time?
No, I'm pretty open. I think last year, did we meet at 4? I felt like we met at 3, between 3 and 4 last year, did we not?
Yes,
It
we
used to be
met
4
at
or
4.
4:30.
Okay. I do have questions for, I guess, the president and secretary. If we have anyone who served there last year, I know you did, Miss Emmanuel. A lot of times, you kind of had to prepare, and sometimes we had issues. Today was smooth with technology, but I know when we're on the school's campus, a lot of times, sometimes we need support. And so I guess my question was if we run into issues, but it seems like everybody's like away from the school maybe. And so this meeting was able to move forward more smoothly. So I'm pretty open. With that being said, I'm open to any time. Do you guys like 5?
Yes, I'm okay with 5.
Okay, it looks like we may have determined.
Oh, I was about to say, I think I did like the 4 or 4:30, just in the interim of being like done sooner. Because
I
some of
agree
those
with
meetings,
4.
those budget meetings, in spring semester, the budget
Oh,
meetings are
yeah.
long.
Yes.
So we don't start until 5. It's possible we'll be on Go Team meetings until 7 p.m.,
Correct.
6:30, 7 p.m.
Does anyone have any objections to 4? We just have to keep in mind we would need quorum. So thinking through, 4 o'clock, I'm okay with it too, but we would just have to keep in mind we would need quorum in order to proceed with all of the meetings.
I
I
don't
would like,
recall having a problem with quorum when we were at 4 last year, but maybe I
yeah.
don't remember.
Um,
I think 4 would be great. If we also keep that same, we had a system of where we get the emails before the day before the meeting or a text message before just to remind everyone that we'll need to log in at 4 on Wednesday.
Okay, so it looks like the suggested dates are good to go, as well as the suggested public comment dates. And it seems as if we're leaning towards 4 o'clock for these meeting dates, these suggested meeting dates and times. Looks like we may have determined that to be our calendar. So at this time, may I have a motion to approve the calendar with the suggested dates, public comments, and a meeting time of 4 o'clock?
I motion to approve the calendar.
I
Can I have a
second the motion.
Okay. All in favor, please raise your hand.
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. All
Aye.
opposed? Is there anyone who abstains? Okay, awesome. At this time, we will determine our Go Team meeting norms. We'll begin by reviewing the initial Go Team meeting norms. Does anyone have any changes to these norms? Looks like the norms are projected for you to review and share any changes that you may have to the current meeting norms. I have a motion to adopt the current norms for our Go Team.
A motion to adopt the norms for the Go Team.
Is there a second?
I second.
All in favor, please say aye or raise your hand.
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say nay or raise your hand. Is there anyone who abstains? Okay, perfect. Let's move on to the discussion item on our agenda, which is our stakeholder engagement exercise. As a charter system, the decisions for the Go Team shapes our school's future, and the best decisions come from hearing the diverse voices within our school community. When we bring families, students, staff, and our community into the work, not just into the audience, we get stronger ideas, better outcomes, and a shared vision we can all stand behind. Here's the challenge. We're going to look at 4 groups of our stakeholders: families, students, staff, and community. For each group, we'll answer 3 questions. Inform. What's a fun or unexpected way to keep them in the loop? What's a meaningful way to get their ideas or feedback? And how can we bring them into the work, not just the audience? So we're going to think about these 3 things for our 4 groups of stakeholders. Let's get creative, get specific, and push past the usual answers. All right, so we're answering again. Ways we can inform, get input, and invite each group of people.
I know for Inform, I like that it was implemented that the families receive a s'more maybe every 2 weeks or every other week or once a month, but just keeping them in a loop about what's going on at the school. I think that's unexpected for them to receive, and I think that's a good way to keep them in the loop, and also Class Dojo, and keeping that updated.
That was for families?
Yes.
I
What's
think
it?
it's on the web. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was saying I'm not sure if it's on the website or if it was on the website, but that and also the what is it? The kiosk outside, the sign outside, digital sign maybe, and maybe some kind of raffle somehow if we can get prizes donated.
Yes, QR codes are a big hit right now.
What about for students and staff? Some of the same similar ways for families?
Yes, maybe like little incentives to win small prizes, trips, trivias, maybe again with the QR codes, maybe a trivia question or something, some opportunity to be awarded something. People love receiving things.
I like that going into invite. What if we do a scavenger hunt, which includes something that we give to the students, then the parents would receive something and it kind of connects the dots. Like it makes both of them active in the scavenger hunt, and then there's something awarded at the end when you come to the meeting or something like that. Like all of it leads you to come in or to do something that makes you a participant within this um program, within the information giving and getting.
I like that, driving collaboration between parents and their students.
Okay.
Thanks. That was worded better. Those are the words I was looking for. Thank you.
Gotcha.
I like that, but I think we would really have to think about the logistics of that is the only thing.
Oh,
Yes,
I was
yes.
thinking you're looking in the information, like you would have to find this hidden in the newsletter, or the children would have to find it at school, and they have to tell the parents this is what you're looking for on the newsletter that they send home. Like the kids know the words, and then they have to go and tell the parents to find them, and then they got to bring that letter back to a meeting or something like that. Not like an actual physical thing somewhere to find. Or maybe in the neighborhood, come back and tell us about it. Go to the park. Go visit the golf course here. Go to Roselle Fan. Like make it a communities in school type thing. I don't know. My mind wanders, but that's some stuff I'm
I like
thinking.
it.
Mm-hmm. Think like as far as like students too, like getting our students a little bit more engaged, like having polls during lunch, whether it's, something that they can, also minimize behavior issues, like have different polls during lunch, sticky dots or things like that, where they share input on certain questions that could be projected like on the TV, and those particular questions they could think about it maybe in the morning during the announcement and then share their thoughts during lunch or during a different time of the day, but some way to get the kids to share what they would like or their input on things as well. I would love for students to be a little bit more engaged in some of the items going on at school.
I
Yeah,
just
like your voice
know that
matters.
I had suggested. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Oh, okay. I had suggested the student council because of what I was doing in the STEM lab. So I would be happy to put that together. The third graders would be officers, but fourth and fifth can also be on the council. So I can look at that if you want me to.
I'll
Awesome.
come and see you, Dr. Real. We're gearing up for SGA this year.
Oh, cool, cool.
Hey, how much does something like that cost? Is there a cost involved in like a student government?
Not if we're not going through any kind of state or national organization, which we don't have to. So we can, it doesn't have to be a cost, no.
Okay.
Any ideas of inviting for staff? I think we do a pretty good job with informing. You all gave some really good examples for that. What about input and invite for staff?
I'm unsure how the meetings used to be, but I remember when I was a teacher, sometimes when you wanted to give input, sometimes providing opportunities where staff can give anonymous input, similar to the poll that you suggested for students, which I thought was an amazing idea. But if there was a way on things that are like maybe challenging or tough, or just to kind of get more input if teachers can do so anonymously, even through
Mhm.
a live poll.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was going to suggest polling as well. I think they're really quick, straightforward, and they can be short, like one question poll or two question poll. It can be very simple to get out.
Would it be too broad to include it in the student or teacher of the month um, incentive? Like if your parent comes, you get a point or something like that.
And for the one that we already voted on, I think the staff voted on culture, something related to culture. So we would have to create a separate one for that.
I think that's culture though. I think that's a part of culture.
So it would have to be something that can be measured, that visible or observed, so that I can add it under culture for examples of what staff could look for. Because remember, staff are voting on each other for visible or recognizable ways and actions that a staff member demonstrated being a culture champion.
Okay, so them participating in, whatever we're talking about right now wouldn't be part of
Yep.
it, or that couldn't be part of it.
Yeah, it could, as long as I have an action item. Like, what does that look like? And you said participation in these items. Yes.
I guess like, having a sign in or whatever, whoever has the most, you know, sign ins, whatever we're gonna do, for like parent or family engagement,
For
if
the
the
yeah.
teachers are there, And we
Oh,
were supposed to
absolutely.
have a PTA, which never got off the ground either. So I don't know if that could be part of participation in that.
Are there any other suggestions for any of the groups of stakeholders? Because I think some of the ones we mentioned for parents and staff can go into community as well.
For community, if we're talking for the community piece, I think when you have a schedule or a calendar established for the school, if the community, if you've identified people in the community that you would like to support, it's always great for us to have like advance notice. Or sometimes I might see your calendar for the semester and I may sign up for an event in November. So I have time to prepare instead of, the last minute notice. I think we would get more buy-in with community members who can see a calendar, choose activities that may be of interest or where you might need support, even if it's something that's not happening immediately,
Yeah.
but figuring out how to share that calendar with community members.
I
Yeah.
think I like the calendar idea. Maybe even doing it monthly. Um, a monthly calendar of things, whether the community can or cannot be a part of it, but just kind of showing like this is what's going on and we are doing things, and even the things in the calendar where the community can be a part of, kind of just showing both. So event, community welcome here, community welcome here. So just showing the differentiating where the community is and is welcome to come to the events.
Right. Awesome ideas, awesome suggestions as well. So thank you for your input for those items. We will now move on to information, which is the first principles update. And the first part of that is actually discussing the personal electronic device policy from the district. The next two slides will cover the district's device policy. Come on, computer. So at this time, we will review the district's personal electronic device policy, and then we will speak a little bit on how implementation looks at Cleveland Avenue, or I can share what that looks like at Cleveland Avenue and what has been done to make sure that, the community and all stakeholders are aware of this device policy. And sometimes you may see it as PED, but it is the personal electronic device policy, if you do notice those three letters there. So I'll give you a couple of minutes to look over what that means. And it's hyperlinked in the agenda as well. I hyperlinked everything so that you can have ease of access, but Ms. Emmanuel may be able to put it in the chat as well. All right. So these are ways that as a principal, I have communicated and tried to address and implement that policy into our communication in the school. It is included in the Welcome Back S'more parent newsletter that's shared with parents in July. And this newsletter is also shared biweekly. It remains in the biweekly parent newsletter as a reminder to all parents. It's also in the faculty and staff handbook that's shared with all staff members during pre-planning. And that handbook is also shared in our staff teams, which is one hub that we keep all important documents. There are also signs in front of the school in both English and Spanish as visuals, just reminding parents, students, and staff members about the policy from the district. And they're in areas located that are easily visible for all stakeholders. So that's some of the things that I have done just to make sure that everybody is aware. And from the administrative perspective, it has not been a lot brought to my attention about this being an issue at Cleveland Avenue. I'm sure to get feedback from teachers if it was, but as of right now, I don't see the personal devices being a huge distraction or issue at Cleveland Avenue. So it looks like our stakeholders are aware of the policy and are doing a really good job with making sure that students keep those devices put away during the school day. Next on our agenda, we'd like to welcome, we don't have the representative here. I'm so sorry. We was going to have the representative here to talk about the comprehensive long-range facility. But I do hope that everyone is staying abreast of this plan from the district. There are several upcoming public meetings where you can learn more about this plan and share your thoughts. There is actually a meeting coming up on we missed the one on August 25th. There's a community outreach meeting on the 26th. We missed that one too. There was one today. There's one tomorrow. There we go. There's one tomorrow at 6:00 at Sutton. And it's important to know that the same information is being shared at all of the community outreach meetings. So it doesn't matter what location you go to, it's going to be the same information shared at each one of the meetings. I've also included the link for the presentations, for the saved presentations up under the task force meetings. If you want to go back and kind of get a gist of what has been done prior to, what has been communicated prior to these other outreach meetings, so that you can just stay abreast of what's going on. And then I've also included the link under the comprehensive long range facilities plan title that will keep you abreast of ongoing meetings and ongoing information as they keep us updated. I do strongly encourage everyone to attend meetings, watch the recordings. This is an opportunity for you to share your input and your voice be included in those essential action items. So please, if possible, take some time to become abreast of this long-range facilities plan because it does impact quite a bit of schools in our communities. We'd like to move forward into the other helpful links that I've included, even the videos of some of the other recordings from different district members about what's going on with this particular facilities plan. Like I said, I did include everything as a hyperlink, so you should just click it. You should be able to just click it just to make sure you're able to access it. And one of those is also a YouTube recording that might be helpful as well.
Just a question, because I believe that did the Go Team members get an invite for a meeting next week? I think September 4th.
I haven't.
Okay, I'll follow up because I thought that there was someone had sent a request for South Atlanta and Thorold cluster Go Team members. So I'll double check just to make sure.
Yeah, let me see if I have something in my phone. I don't recall that. No, I don't recall that, like that invite coming through.
Okay, I'll follow up. They reached out to the Go Team office for the name, so I'll just circle back to see. But I believe that we were told that it would be maybe like September 4th. So you guys maybe, I think, want to hold that date for the Cleveland Go Team members.
Okay. All right. Is that going to be in person?
I'm not sure. I'll have to double check. For some reason, I'm thinking that they said it was going to be virtual, but I'm not entirely sure.
Okay. Further announcements. I would like to highlight an important upcoming event, the G3 Summit that's held on Saturday, September 27th. Please save the date. We do need as many Go Team members as possible to attend. This is a critical opportunity to come together in person and shape the future of our schools. We do know that strategic planning for 2025 through 2030 is underway. Your voices, your ideas, and your leadership are essential. So please save the dates of September 27th from 8:30 to 2:30 to join the G3 Summit. You'll be learning about your school's strategic plan, best practices for stakeholder engagement, and how this work connects to APS Forward 2040. So please, please, please save the date and plan to attend. Hopefully we can see each other there to collaborate, contribute, and create the future together. So again, go ahead and lock it in your phone, September 27th, 8:30 to 2:30. For the G3 Summit. And more information about this will be coming soon. And I will also add this in our communications so that we can keep each other reminded about this. And I'll add it in the staff SMORE for Go Team members and the parent SMORE, not parent SMORE, for the Go Team website, on the Go Team website. So again, G3 Summit, Saturday, September 27th. The Go Team office would like to remind all Go Team members that they are required to complete orientation within 1 year of joining the team and must be renewed every 4 years. So failure to complete this orientation training will result in removal from the Go Team. Please, please, please reach out if you need support about the trainings. Go contact the Go Team office if you have any questions. But please, please, please make sure you have taken care of your orientation trainings so that we can keep everybody on the Go Team as part of this very, very vital teams to make good decisions about what's happening here at Cleveland Avenue. So please take care of the orientation as soon as you're able. So thank you again. Are there any last minute questions, suggestions, clarifying items?
Yes, this is Ms. Jenkins. I just wanted to confirm Mr. Keith Glass in the district did send an email on yesterday. And so I was able to pull it up about the meeting on September 4th. So it's going to come from
again?
Keith Glass.
Okay.
And he sent that on yesterday at 6:00 p.m.
Okay.
And the meeting is scheduled for next Thursday, September 4th at 6 p.m. and it will be virtual.
It's virtual.
Well,
Okay.
hold on. I see a link. Let's make sure it's virtual. It seemed like a Zoom link, so
Right.
yes. Okay.
Thank you so much for giving us that update so that I could calendarize it. I appreciate you so much, Ms. Jenkins.
No
Yeah,
problem.
and if there's anyone on the Go team who, after you check your email, if you didn't receive it, just you can reach out to the Go team office and we can make sure that you get looped in.
All right. Thanks, Ms. Gibson.
And I will, Principal Jackson, you have your two new team members, Ms. Campbell and Ms. Emanuel. Do you have their email addresses so I can get them added? So I know that the two of you didn't get the invitation because we didn't know you were going to be on the team at the time. But I can make sure to send your stuff over to Keith so y'all can get the invite.
Yes, ma'am. I have their email addresses.
Okay. I'll make sure to get those from you.
Okay.
Thank
No
you.
worries. Thank you. Thank you so much for your time, team. I appreciate your time and also appreciate your support. I know it's going to be a great year. I'm looking forward to an amazing year, especially with you by my side. So I appreciate everything that you've done this afternoon. So get some rest, enjoy yourselves, and spend some time with your family. And hope to see some of my staff members tomorrow.
Good night.
Have a
All
good
right.
night.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Good night.
And Dr. Jackson, I've had one